The right honourable lady questions the economic analysis that it is self-evidently in our interest to leave the European Union. I think this is a matter of routine economic debate, that I think it is enormously in our interest that having the opportunity to be in charge of our own future, to allow this House, the wisdom of this House, to decide our economic policy rather than delegating it to tiresome bureaucrats, seems to me self-evidently in our interest. That is sufficient economic analysis, and if you think that poking through economic models to come out with gloomy forecasts will convince anybody, then I think you've got another think coming. The right honourable lady then went on to Monday's business, the Environment Bill, which is indeed a very ambitious statement of environmental improvement. And I would point out the reason the target isn't in the Act, is that, in the bill, is that the target has already been brought into law. That was one of the last acts of the previous government. And then the right honourable lady was concerned about Brexit uncertainty. Well, Mr. Speaker, we wouldn't have any Brexit uncertainty if the party opposite had voted for the programme motion. Brexit uncertainty would have vanished, would have disappeared, would have gone into the ether as the bill would have become an act, and we would have left on the 31st of October, and we would have gone on to the broad sunlit uplands that are awaiting us. Even as we enter November, there will be broad sunlit uplands, if only the right honourable lady had led her troops in favour of the programme motion. But now, because of the opposition, there may be some uncertainty. With regards to the thin ice for supporters of the Cooper Bowles and the Ben Act, no, it is the thinnest of thin ice for people to complain, having abused the Constitution, in my view, to push those bills through. That the Ben Act particularly was a fundamental change of approach to our understanding of how the Constitution works between the executive and the legislature. So I'm grateful to the right honourable lady for giving me the opportunity to reiterate my comments, and that people should be consistent in the way they look at our constitutional processes and not find that one thing suits them one day and the next day it doesn't. And the point of it is that the deadline is the 31st, which we are all working towards, a deadline set by the European Union, not by the British government. The British government accepted the European Union's offer. The right honourable lady raises once again the question of CRAG. The issue with CRAG is that CRAG allows an act to be put on the table for 21 days and then subject to no vote or legislative procedure. This agreement is being brought into legislation which provides much more scrutiny than the minimum provided by the CRAG Act. Really, I say to the honourable lady, really and truly, because under the CRAG Act, the government does not have to provide any time for debating a treaty, it just has to lay it on the table. With this procedure, there will be time, or there would have been time, had the programme motion be carried, for debate on the issue.